Hi, I'm Stacy Liz. I'm gonna go ahead and do some ladder vinyasa up here on the mat for you, so head on over there. We're gonna go ahead and start in tabletop position. So let's go ahead and come down to the mat. In tabletop, we want our wrists aligned underneath our shoulders, our fingers spread nice and wide, our knees are underneath our hips, and our feet are pressing into the top of our yoga mat. We can go ahead and tuck that tailbone a little bit to keep our spine nice and long. Go ahead and inhale. On the exhale, let's go ahead and tuck our toes. We're gonna push up into downward dog. In down dog, the balls of our feet press into our yoga mat. You can keep a slight bend in your knee so that you can keep that spine nice and long. You wanna bring your head down in between your arms. Your wrists are aligned with your shoulders. Go ahead and inhale, and on our inhale, we're going to step up into a half lift. So with our right foot, we're going to step up, followed by our left foot. Here, you can put your hands upon your yoga blocks. Go ahead and raise up, looking up. And on the exhale, forward fold. In the forward fold, you can leave your hands on the yoga mat. You can keep that bend in your knees so that you keep that length in your spine. You want to relax your head, neck, and shoulders here. Go ahead and put those yoga blocks to the side. Place your palms on the floor. Stepping back with our left foot, we're going to step into the low lunge. So inhale, step back. Exhale. Here you're in a low lunge. In a low lunge, we keep our knee tracks over our foot. We have a nice strong leg in the back. You can actually even rest your upper body on your bent leg. Here, we're going to go ahead and rise up into a crescent lunge. Go ahead and inhale, rise up. We keep that bend in our knee. We should be able to see our toes. You can have a nice strong leg. Keep that tailbone tucked to keep that spine long, and arms come up by your ears. Inhale. And on the exhale, we want to go ahead and pivot on that back foot so that our heels are aligned. We're going to open our hips up to the side of our yoga mat. We're going to lower our arms down so that they are parallel to the floor. We're going to gaze over our fingers. We are now in Warrior Two. From here, we're going to go ahead and pivot on that back foot. Whoops, I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and cartwheel our arms down, pivoting on that back foot, coming back into that low lunge. Go ahead, and we're going to step back with our right foot, coming into a high plank. In high plank, we're pressing into the balls of our feet. Our heels are pressing towards the back of our yoga mat. We want to act like we're pushing away from our mat, keeping that spine nice and long, and our wrists and shoulders are aligned. We're going to go ahead and drop down to our knees, keeping our elbows in close to our body. We're going to lower down into a push-up. Hover for just a second. Come back up. We're going to go ahead and lower all the way down to our yoga mat, untucking our toes. From here, we're going to go ahead and push our hip bones into the yoga mat, engaging the back of our legs. We're going to slide our arms forward. Our elbows are underneath our shoulders. Our forearms are parallel. Your middle finger is pointing forward. We're going to come into a Sphinx pose. Okay, on our exhale, we're going to come on back. Bring our arms back, our hands back underneath our shoulders, tucking our toes again. We're going to go ahead and push into that down dog. We're going to repeat that now on our left side. So go ahead and we can bend those knees again. We're going to step forward into that half lift. With left foot first, followed by the right. You can bring your yoga blocks back, put your hands on there. Go ahead and gaze forward and forward fold. And from here, we can go ahead and place our hands back onto our yoga mat, stepping back with our right foot, coming into that low lunge again. Go ahead and come up into your crescent lunge. We're going to go ahead and pivot on that back foot, aligning our heels. We're going to open our arms up, lower our arms down so they are parallel to the ground, opening our hips up to the side of our yoga mat, coming into a Warrior Two. Go ahead and cartwheel those arms back down, pivoting on that back foot. Just put your feet on two separate lines, putting our palms onto the ground, stepping back with that left foot, to a high plank, bringing our knees down, and do a little push-up. Come back up. This time we're gonna go ahead and lower to our belly, to the yoga mat, untucking our toes. Again, we're gonna come into a Sphinx pose. Inhale, and then again on the exhale, go ahead and bring those hands back underneath the shoulders, tucking our toes, and back up into down dog. And on the inhale, we're going to go ahead and step up into that half lift. Right foot first, followed by our left. Into our half lift. Into our forward fold. Stepping back with that left foot into a low lunge. Up into our crescent lunge. We're going to go into that warrior two again. Bringing. And then here from our warrior two, we're going to add on this time. We're going to go into peaceful warrior. We're going to exhale, bringing our left hand to our left leg. You can rest it either here, but you don't want to rest it on your knee. On the inhale, go ahead and bring your right arm up and gaze up. Inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to go ahead and cartwheel those arms back down, pivoting on that back foot again, coming to our low lunge, placing our palms onto the yoga mat, stepping back. This time we're going to go into a high plank, but this time we're going to lower, keeping our elbows in close. We're going to go into a low plank. Go ahead and lower down to your yoga mat, untucking your toes, pressing your thighs into your yoga mat, engaging the muscles in your lower back. We're going to come up into baby cobra. So up, and then come back down. We're going to tuck our toes, and we're going to go back into down dog. We want to repeat that again on the left side. So from down dog, go ahead and bend those knees to keep that spine long. Stepping with your left foot, followed by your right. Into that half lift, look up. Forward fold. This time we're going to go ahead and step back with our right foot into that low lunge. From that low lunge, we're going to rise up to a crescent lunge. From that crescent lunge, we want to pivot on that back foot, aligning our heels, opening up into our warrior two. From here, go ahead and bring that right hand down onto your leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, cartwheel those arms down, stepping that left foot back. Now in a plank. Go ahead, we're going to lower back down into that low plank. Hover here for just a second, then slowly lower all the way to your mat. Untucking your toes, pressing your feet into the yoga mat, the tops of your thighs. We're going to engage our back muscles, rise up into baby cobra. Go ahead and come back down, tucking our toes back, and back up into down dog. Go ahead and bend your knees again. This time we're going to step up with the right foot again, followed by our left, into a half lift, look up, forward fold. Here, go ahead and place your palms onto your mat, stepping back with that left foot into a low lunge. And rising up into our crescent lunge. Pivoting on that back foot. Lowering our arms to their parallel to the ground, opening up our hips into warrior two. Go ahead and go into peaceful warrior. From here, we're going to go ahead and go into an extended side angle. An extended side angle. Our forearm comes onto the top of our right leg, and our left arm comes up by our ear. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to go ahead and pivot on that back foot, bringing our hands back down to our yoga mat, stepping back with our right foot. This time we're going to do a chaturanga. So go ahead and push forward just a little bit on your toes, lowering down. Your chaturanga, coming up, untucking our toes, into up dog. Go ahead and tuck those toes back in and push up into downward dog. From downward dog, we're going to go ahead and step up into our half lift. Go ahead and forward fold. Placing your palms onto your yoga mat, stepping back with your right foot into your low lunge, rising up into your crescent lunge, pivoting on that back foot, aligning our heels, opening up into our warrior two and into our peaceful warrior. And then we're going to go into a side angle. This time our left arm goes on top of our left leg. We're going to bring that our right arm up by our ear. Go ahead and pivot on that back foot, bringing your hands back down to your yoga mat, stepping that left foot back. And we're going to go into chaturanga on this side. So pushing forward a little bit on your toes, bringing your shoulders just past your wrists, lowering down into chaturanga, coming up into half dog, or upward dog, untucking your toes, and then we're going to go up into down dog. Stay here for just a minute. Go ahead and bring your knees back down to the ground. Bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees as wide as your yoga mat, and sinking your hips down into extended child's pose. And that's that.
Well,